Welcome back to my Let's Play of the Final Fantasy Legend 2. It's time to storm Shogun's castle. You villain, we'll arrest you. Do not waste your lives. Shut up. And we get into a little boss battle here between ninjas, stonemen, and knights. So, can't run from this because it's flagged as a boss battle. And if we run into a similar group of enemies later on in the castle, we won't be able to run from it either because it still will share that same boss flag. So we'll use the Uramasa here against the knight, see if we get a critical hit. Now, because it targets the weaknesses, we'll always get that message that it targets the weakness, but that wasn't a critical hit. You can tell when you get a critical hit because the whole screen will shake. The enemy will be instantly defeated. You won't even get a message saying, you know, how much damage you've done with it. So, see, we just blocked that flame sword from the knight with the tank. So, yeah, it acts as a shield. So, there we go. It did it again right there. So, and against the punch. So, sadly, we weren't able to block that gas attack from the stone man. Maybe I should have had P use the Aegis shield, but luckily Taro has a cure book, so we can use him to supplement the healing that Vincent will be doing with his cure spell. So, yeah, we'll just finish these folks off, so we won't even have to worry about the Muramasa against the ninja. We can just use the katana, so yeah, for the most part, we'll just use the katana. It's good enough. We'll save the Muramasa for some stronger enemies. The ninjas took so much damage already, we don't have to worry about, you know, hitting them for a lot of damage. The katana will be good enough. So we take out those guards, and now we can head on into the thing. That soft-headed Shogun cannot think of such a thing on his own. And we have a long way to go here. This is a big, big castle, so go through a few different areas here. There's going to be a few of those little houses, but they're all going to be empty, so we're just going to, you know, avoid them. Just head on up around this way. I was about to say we ain't getting a lot of encounters, but no, spoke too soon. So, these guys again. A lot of them are weak to fire, the tree and the virus there on the right. I forget the name of it. The pathogen. Yeah, they're all weak to fire, so. Also weak to Taro's katana. So, there's this tree off real quick. Fire and the mage staff, taking it out. So, well, alright, let's keep going. Making our way around. We're almost at the entrance to the Shogun's castle. So, yeah, his, I guess not necessarily his castle, we're actually in the castle now. More like his villa. So, yeah, we're in, like, I guess the outer courtroom here now, and then we're going to, get into where his house is. I guess those other houses on the side are like guard houses, like barracks for his minions and his bodyguards. Not Marty Mouse House minions, though, because Marty Mouse House minions are nice and heroes. Like, P, Vincent, Linus, and Honey Mouse here. Yeah, see, another empty house. So, I don't know why I entered that. I said I wasn't going to enter them, but oh well. Well, nope, he didn't say it yet. Taro will change some dialogue. I thought he changed it there, but he'll change it when once we get inside the house here. So, Castle Edo is very large. And better get ready for a long walk. Well, it is big, but there's also some good treasure to get in here, so. The path to the right just leads to a dead end, so we'll take the left one here. This seems to be a popular group of enemies here, so. But popular, but easy to deal with. We've fought these guys a ton of times already. Not a problem. Samurai is your best non-elemental shield. It has the best chance to block physical attacks, but it does not give any bonus, like, it doesn't provide any barrier. So, the best shield for that with a barrier would be the Dragon Shield, which we could have bought it, but we're not really worried about shield because we got the Aegis magi to take care of that. But later on in the game, you will not have access to the Aegis magi, and if you're trying to build up your mutants' defensive power by using shields, the samurai is a good one to to buy, because it's, you get 50 uses out of it to the dragons 30. So, and you may have you know, your other characters will have you know, dragon armor to potentially block the spells like thunder, ice, fire, gas, the poison. So some mosquitoes here. Ooh, mosquitoes, yuck. Funny thing about mosquitoes, apparently, well, the mosquitoes are only the female bites. They need the blood for, you know, for having the kids. So I remember that from, I learned that from the Far Side, the comic, because my brother used to get the Far Side collection of books, and in one of them, Gary Larson, the artist, he wrote about, he put some comics that got a lot of reader feedback, and one of them that was funny was, there was a male mosquito coming home, and he was like taking off his coat and tie, and he was like, man, I think I infected half of the continent with malaria. And people wrote into him telling him like, you realize that male mosquitoes don't bite, it's the female that bites. And he thought it was funny that, you know, people were so upset that he said that the male bit, but they were perfectly fine with the fact that, you know, a mosquito is going out to work in a suit and a tie, you know, and he has a family, and his wife stays at home and cooks in the kitchen or whatever like that, you know. It didn't matter that, you know, he personified mosquitoes so much. What really offended people was the whole, he put the males bit, so, yeah. But we got another critical hit there against the Commando. So, with the Masa sword. So, didn't get the critical hit, but you see it hits the weakness. So it's another humanoid enemy. Oh, Linus got some agility. Nice. That'll help him when he swings that dagger, the PSI sword. We're gonna head to the right for the first time here. A lot of times we're avoiding the right path. But we're gonna head to the right here to get some treasure. Knights and Commandos. Just take out the knights with the tank, and everybody else we can take out with all of their party members. Maybe the knight will drop something. Still haven't gotten a critical hit. Huh. We got a bunch of humanoid enemies here, so maybe we will get a drop. Ah, the ice sword from the knight, finally. We'll just sell that. Ninja Gauntlet, best gauntlet in the game. It gives you the O weapon, so equipping that will basically half the damage that melee attacks do against a character who uses it, so basically combining that with the dragon armor is really, really good. So now there will be another piece of armor that is very similar to the dragon armor that gives bonuses like the dragon armor. It also gives some bonuses to stats, and but there's only 2 of them in the game, so we got the body potion there. That increases a character's hit points by 40. So you might want to keep that until you're almost at max hit points, and then you can use it, and then you can get over the 999. Of course, 999 will be all that's shown, but still, it still can boost it up. But we'll just use it now. So, and the missile is basically, it's another gun item, but it's similar to the Blizzard spell or the Mage Staff that we've been using, in that it'll hit every single enemy. It's slightly weaker than the tank, where the tank is doing like 600 damage, the missile might only do like 400 damage, but it'll hit every single enemy on the screen. So, I don't really find too much use for it, mainly because I really don't like guns all that much, so I might put it to use, because we're going to have to use, well, the next world is called the Nasty Dungeon, and it's the Nasty Dungeon for a reason, because it's really long, filled with nasty enemies, and you don't really want to be warping in and out of it, so we're just going to have to use whatever items we have at the time, and that might include, you know, dipping into our you know, reserves like the missile items, so. Let's take out that group there. Ooh, got a thunder axe. More things to sell. Although money isn't all that important right now, so most of the equipment we can buy isn't, you know, all that good. You know, the equipment that we want to start equipping our characters with for the end game is stuff we're going to be finding for free in dungeons, so we're not really going to be buying much equipment. The main thing we're going to use money for eventually would be like tents, which are basically portable inns, and some different spell books. So, but our days of buying armor and weaponry from vendors is pretty much over. So, other than, like I said, the spell books that we'll be getting, but. Ooh, P lost sight. I don't know if I still have any eyedroppers left. I think I might have sold them just to save up inventory space back in Venus's world. I know I had some for a little bit there because, remember we had to, cure P, who was also blinded, back in the Guardian's world, I believe. So. Poor P, always getting blinded. Maybe that's why he's always crabby. Oh, there's the critical hit right there. A mighty blow. See, you didn't even show, this whole screen shook, and we didn't even get to see damage. It just instantly defeated it. So, yeah, we got a flame sword. So we got the ice sword, the thunder axe, and the flames. Ice sword, flame sword, and thunder axe. All the major weapons from the knights we got dropped in the castle. Let's head up here. Ooh. Another enemy group. Take out the fairies, because the boulders will cut the damage by the tank in half. So we'll just worry about magic to take care of them, and the katana should take care of that snake over there. See, the anaconda. So now with these two spell books, we should be able to finish them off. There's some fire. Oh, Honey Mouse got turned to stone. Oh no. Well, it's a good thing we still have that soft potion. So, oh, and we do have eye drops too. Yeah. Well, I used the eye drops early on, P. Huh. I was so busy looking at petting my rats on my thing, I totally forgot. No. Castellito is very large. Oh, not much else to say there. And here we go. We're at Sho-gun's place. But before we talk Sho-gun, let's get this samurai bow. It's even better than the tank. It does more damage. Sho-gun, I'm here to take your life. Wah, help, help. And we fight the Sho-gun. Yeah, it's even better than it's an agility-based weapon. It attacks an entire group of enemies. So Vincent and Linus will get some good use out of that. We don't need to put it on Honey Mouse because he has so much other agility things. So there's the Sho-gun. Wow, that was easy. And I thought I said the world was hard. That's because Sho-gun isn't the boss. Daddy, help me. Dummy, you messed it up. You're of no use. Disappear. Help. Yes, the actual final boss of this world is the Magnet, who is Sho-gun's father. So, you just have to approach him. But before we approach him, let's talk with these two statues. There's a hidden enemy. Yep, we fight these statues. And they are dolphins. They have a lot of hit points, a lot of stats. They're basically a boss battle in themselves. So it's a good way to earn ability points. So yeah, if you're looking to gain stats, you can fight these guys. They also can help you gain, abilities, like for your mutant, like Vincent, because these are rank 10 enemies, so you can pretty much learn any ability off of them. So, and the dolphin is fallen, and you can keep fighting them over and over and over and over again. We're gonna fight the one on the right here. Let's take out the other dolphin, finish it off, and then we'll take on the Magnet. The big boss in the entire world, so he can be pretty tough too. So But it all depends on if he behaves or not. So he has a few nasty attacks. So it all depends on what ability he decides to use. So, alright. We got some good stats there. So we're gonna save our game, of course. Heal up. Just in case the magnet decides to be nasty and not cooperate. Make a save here. You don't want to get that game over. So. Oh, my son was useless, but I still do have some luck. You brought me the magi. Here he is, the magnet. So, his main evil thing is that tornado spell. It deals damage to everybody, and it can't be blocked even by the Aegis shield, which gives you protection from all. It's one of those multi-targeting spells that doesn't have an element, so it's not protected by the Aegis. We'll still throw the Aegis up because it'll block the thunder spell and the stone spell, so that'll be nice. But as long as he's nice and uses the katana, we're pretty good. So Vulcan can be kind of annoying. It's another gun enemy type attack. It's a little weaker than the tank, but it can, you know, go through your shields, so it can still be annoying. Probably does about as much damage as the katana, so both of those are physical attacks. So yep, we're strong against thunder, even though P has a normal innate weakness to thunder. So this guy is not considered a humanoid, even though his son was a humanoid, which is why the Muramasa is not doing extra damage to him, but it's still a stronger sword multiplier than the katana. So and we defeated the magnet. We got a whole bunch of magi, 4 actually. We did it. Now what, Taro? Well, Hana? Taro, oh, I'm embarrassed. You two look great together. Good. Ho, 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 ho. 10 more magi left to go. Let's go. You know, we're put here at the base of the celestial pillar. It warps us there, but before we head off to the next world, let's go talk with some of the people here and see how their lives are going to change now. So, guess you can sell off some of that equipment as well. We're going to want to have basically an empty inventory for when we go deep into the next world. So the next world is known as the Nasty Dungeon. It's a multi-floor dungeon with, you know, a lot of tough enemies. The first 5 floors are going to have enemies that are, you know, slightly stronger than these enemies here. And then the remaining floors are all going to have enemies that are from the penultimate world, so. But yeah, they're the second highest tier monsters. So, like all the 3rd tier sword enemies, 3rd tier fairies, 3rd tier eyes, 3rd tier, you know, rocks, etc., etc. So. Yep. So it's but the reward for going through that big nasty dungeon is you're gonna get a lot of stats because the enemies are so hard. There's gonna be so many fights, and you're gonna get a ton of treasure. A lot of treasure that can only be found in that dungeon. So most of these people I'm just not talking to have to say the same thing. Good luck. See ya. My dad should be satisfied now. Well, that's good. Everyone's happy. So yay. Let's heal ourselves up here. We got 2 warnings there. Yeah, sadly it doesn't really stack. So, a warning is such a powerful ability. Once you get that, you'll never be surprise attacked. So, eventually you want to get the surprise attack. That's another powerful ability. So I'll show off when in a bonus episode. I'll of course end up maxing out all my party members like I did in the first one. And when I do, I'll be able to show off the things the special abilities that I wanted to get. So the best ones are you want to have your warning, your surprise, and then you want to have the all, so you get the protection from spells and from damage. So, like I say, we want to have as much inventory space clear here as possible. Sell a bunch of stuff. Ooh, we can buy some judo, which is the second to the last best martial art. So, yeah, there's only one other martial art better than judo, the karate. But karate you can't buy; you can only get it off of chests. So, and a monster drop from the final gang-type monster, which is known as the Black Belt. But he's basically at the end of the game, so. But we'll just swap around our equipment there. We're using up a lot of equipment in this next world, so. And that's where we're going to head in our next episode. Take care, have a good day. Bye!